Awesome. Just got back from cross-country skiing with the kids. Well, matter of fact, they just were learning how to cross-country ski. And we brought along a sled, captured the whole thing here on a GoPro with a gimbal, and got some fantastic shots.
Hot Pockets and Tots will be ready
in
7 minutes.
I'm trying to YouTube down here. I don't have a lot of time before dinner, so I want to create, edit, and share a video, all while using Adobe Premiere Rush. Stick with me, we're gonna make this. How to create a project, take 5. So the first thing I did is I took the clips from my GoPro and I put them onto the hard drive of my computer. I like to just create a folder and label what's in there so it's easy to find. Now we want to create the project using Adobe Premiere Rush, and they make this so simple. You open up Rush and go ahead and click on Create New Project. The first thing you want to do is name your project. I am going to call this Skiing February 2021. Then I'm going to go up to the Windows C, navigate my way to my TV production folder, Oliver Wiehe, and then I'm going to go to my folder where I have this in, GoPro. You can select your images in chronological order, and when you select them, they're going to turn blue. They will appear in the timeline in this very same order, which makes editing super easy. When you have them all selected, go ahead and hit Create. One of the drawbacks about shooting with a GoPro is you tend to capture a lot of GoPro footage, and then you want to find just the action in that footage. Over the years of using a GoPro, one of the things I've learned is to shoot in very small segments. Maybe I shoot for 60 seconds, or 45 seconds, or 30 seconds. Thus, my clips are smaller, and it's easier to find the action. So let's look at one clip and see how we find the action inside of Adobe Rush. Here we have a picture, an image, a video clip. And in the very beginning, we just simply have him putting his skis on, and there's not a lot of action. But I like it right about here. He starts to ski, and that's why we're there. So I highlight my clip, and then I'm going to left click and drag to the playhead so I can edit the clip. And then we're going to play it a little more as he keeps skiing. And when we get to a good spot where it ends, right about there, that's great, because you hear me literally say GoPro stop recording. So then I'm going to place the playhead, left click and drag to the playhead. I've now edited one of my clips. What you want to do next is go through all your clips and edit to the action. Find the beginning of the action and then find the end of an action. Now go through all of the clips in your timeline and shorten them just to the action. This is perfect. It'll give your video a nice feel, it'll be kind of cool and hip, and that's what we're going for, especially when you're a dad making a video for your kids. I've got a really nice clip here in the beginning of the older son getting ready and then going skiing while the younger son is strapping into his boots. And I want to take this clip and I want to cut it into 2. I highlight the clip. And then once the clip is highlighted, I put the playhead where I'd like to slice up the clip. And then I simply go over to the scissors tool and I slice it. Now I have 2 clips. This way I can take the second clip and I can get a nice close-up of his boots, which is really what I want, and I can edit it. I now want to go and put them into a different order to make the story a little more compelling. And Adobe Premiere Rush makes it very easy to move your digital images around. You simply highlight the clip and then you left click and drag it to where you want it to go. No heavy lifting involved. Highlight the clip and you can drag it and place it anywhere on the timeline you want. I've got all my clips in the correct order, and now I just want to do some fine tuning. And I do this by adding a title. In the upper right hand corner, you will find the letter T for titles. Click on it and it's going to open the drawer. Then it says Add Graphics. Click on Graphics, which brings you over to the left side of the screen. At the top, you'll notice are your basic titles. You can go and click on the word More, and you'll notice that you basically will then see all of the titles. I'm a big fan of this first basic title. As with a lot of things in editing, you highlight it, put the playhead where you want the title to go, in this case at the very beginning, and then click Add. You'll notice right away that it has placed the title above my video clip. I can simply click on it and then drag it in front so I've got my title in the beginning. To change the word title, I click on it or I go over to the Browse tab. Once my title is highlighted, it's just like anything else. I can then go and type in what I want. Skiing, February 2021. If I want to change the font, it is no different than a Word document. You can go over to font and you can find a nice font and change it. If you want to change the font color, easy too. You just click on text color, find a nice text. It is skiing, so it's blue. Hit the OK button. And if you want to give it a nice outline, you can do that as well. And then change the outline size. One of the things I've always found very helpful when making these short little mementos of a fun day out skiing or anything else is at the very end, create a credit that tells you where you filmed it and who the people were. Now that you've created your titles, there's one last thing to do, and that is to add music to be the final finishing touch on your super cool video. You go to the upper left-hand corner and you'll see the blue plus button called Add Media. Click on it, and then you want to go to Audio. From Audio, there's going to be a whole bunch of cool soundtracks. To preview a soundtrack, you just hover over it and hit play. That's a pretty good one. I like the one called Bring the Thunder. And there it is. I highlight it, I put my playhead at the very beginning, and then I go and click the Add button. If the song is too long, then you simply just right-click and you trim it up. The last thing we want to do before we get to those hot pockets and tots is we want to share this project. You go click on the share button. We want to share this to YouTube. We're going to give it a name. We're going to call this, once again, Skiing February 2021. We're going to make this a private account before we make it public, get our friends to see it, get those likes and comments. And once we're all done with that, we go to the lower right-hand corner and we hit the export button. It's going to take a few seconds to export it, and it won't take very long at all. Excellent, we did it. We just created, edited, and shared a project inside Adobe Premiere Rush. This is a great program for beginning users, and I hope you get to experience the joy of bringing your clips in, doing some really fast editing, adding titles and music. I was able to capture a day with my kids skiing, and I know that in the years to come, we're going to enjoy watching this little piece of our history. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw today and you enjoyed editing and going skiing with me, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe in the description below. I'm Oliver Wiehe. Thanks for watching and going skiing with me and editing with me. It's good to hang out with you guys. I kind of like this. My basement is so cold.